Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, thanks for everyone coming out to beer night. One big cheer for beer night. Everyone coming out for this. Those who don't know me, I'm John Henderson. I'm your host for tonight, but we have this one other big moving part. It's like a big dozer going across the radioactive wasteland known as Skyshine's Bedlam. And we're going to start off tonight with a little bit of a Let's Play demo, demonstrated by the guy who really ought to know how this game is played, Mr. John Mueller.
So yeah, my name is John Miller. I'm the art director at Skyshine Games, and I'm here with Sam Gage, who's the animator on the project. I'm the artist, so I do a lot of the art and a lot of the visuals that you see. We were a Kickstarter about a year ago. I think actually this is our, somebody pointed out, I think John pointed out, this is our, we launched on the 16th of September, so we are on Steam right now, and we've been out for about a month, and so we are in our Kickstarter was it was September 23rd of the previous year. So yeah, so it's been kind of a crazy year, but we're really excited to be here and just kind of demo the game and answer questions. And we're going to do a little post-mortem, I think, once after we play and let people ask about all the craziness that's been this experience.
We're also being streamed live on MrTramps.com.
Yes, we're being streamed.
The camera is watching us.
Yeah, so my answers will be much more honest now, because now that I know the process.
The big rumbling sound is now going to be the cartoon explosion a little bit, so we get a little more privacy.
Cool. Let me see, so maybe that's a mic stand? Is that what this is?
Pardon me, John.
That's my audio, Tom. Is it good? No. Audio's okay? Come on, audio.
I can hear you, but it's something else.
Get Tommy to speak. Everyone can hear Tommy.
You gotta raise your voice like that.
We're trying to make it convenient.
You guys from Brooklyn.
I just did that. It's like.
Yeah, there we go. Hey, Tommy, how's that sound? Tommy. Tommy came right here.
Yes, sir.
That's good. I just want your, Tommy's a good general gauge of how I'm sounding.
Okay, go ahead.
Talking? Sounds good. That sounds good. All right, so I'm right there. Let's see. Let's play Bedlam. Anyone else want to sing? viruses, so it just stopped working. Hey Tommy,
Yes, sir.
you know where Sam Gates went?
That was my talk with
For a smoke.
Of course.
Okay, good. Yes.
There we go. Alright, so we team-based campaign. We control 4 players, and you have to try and do it, and you're trying to make it to a mythical land called Aztec City, which is kind of like it's basically Damnation Alley, if anybody remembers that movie, where essentially you're trying to get across this wasteland and make it to this place where everything's going to be better, of course.
Centuries from now, long after the barren age has
Sorry. A little loud.
Like if they came here, then there's like no point. If you're gonna get about it.
That's a good name for a
centuries from now, long after the barren age has passed, civilization prevails in the overcrowded metropolis of Byzantine, a technological marvel held prisoner by the twisted wastelands of Bedlam, the result of humanity's race to oblivion, a domain of chaos and endless perils, ruthless marauders, rogue AI, toxic mutants, deadly cyborgs. But there is new hope discovered in Bedlam, a mythical utopia called Aztec City, and a magnificent rolling fortress operated by a mysterious figure known only as the Mechanic. The expedition for Byzantine filled with danger. If you have the courage, attempt to survive this journey into Bedlam.
Okay, so now this is what we're going to be playing tonight. Is it's actually 2.0. So we launched about a month ago, and we've been working pretty much nonstop. You know, we had a lot of community feedback. We've basically been just working on the game and just kept rolling. So what you're going to see tonight is that it's sort of a new build that has a lot more progression, sort of. So if I start a new run, so basically you have these dozers, these different dozers that you can unlock throughout the game. It's pretty straightforward. Once you make it to the mythical land of Aztec City, you'll unlock a new dozer, and that new dozer, while it is equipped with newer and cooler things, the world also gets more aggressive. So at the different factions will join your crew, and you will now have these guys on your dozer, so you get cyborgs and mutants and marauders. But they also will now be removed from the world, which makes the world a little bit harder in a different way. So the game is sort of now a brick by brick kind of mechanic where as you play, it gets a little bit harder, but it also, I think it's a lot more fun too. So we're going to start with Bone Shaker, which is the default dozer. And you can kind of see we start with one weapon and a shield and the ability to our crew. And this is also kind of like the ratings for health and how it handles power cells, and also meat and crew. There's sort of 4 resources that we have.
centuries from now.
So you'll see that I kind of started to have these different options of the different territories that I can kind of explore. I'm in Byzantine, and my goal is to make the Aztec city. And so there are 4 different factions in the world. There are rogue AI, cyborgs, mutants, and marauders. And each of these factions you'll kind of realize after a while are kind of tricky in their own way, and some of them are easier than others. I'm going to start with the marauders because they tend to be a little bit more, they don't have as many real tricks up their sleeves. They're basically kind of like my crew. So as the dozer passes in indignant fringe woods near the city's outer wall, the crowd thins and seems distinctly unrefined. A twitchy man garbed in a frayed ignition jacket steps into the road in the path of the dozer, standing with arms outstretched. The man appears to be one of the radical Metro zealots angered by Lazarus' publicized journey to another fabled city beyond Bedlam. There's but one true city, the man screams. Those who defy the immaculate majesty of Byzantine shall be stricken in blood. With that, the man detonates his explosive clothing, but the impact barely scratches the dozer's exterior clothing, instead leaving only a chunky red smear. At the city limits, the dozer approaches the colossal reinforced gates, which slowly rumble aside to allow passengers for the daring expedition. Remember, mechanics and passengers are your mission. Keep them safe and deliver as many as possible to Aztec City for the greatest rewards. So now I have to sort of, I pick my first territory, which is in a Marauder faction-controlled area. And every time I start the game, all these factions will change. So the world is sort of randomly generated, and all of the content missions within those will also be randomly generated. So it's pretty much different every time you play it, and the different layouts and sort of where the rewards are change depending on where sort of however it happens. You'll also notice there's a threat level in the world, and so as I travel through the world's going to get more aware of my presence, and also going to start fighting back against me. I have 1,000 passengers to start, and I'm 4 days into my journey, and I have 860 crew, 920 meat, and 30 power cells. There are reports of illness amongst the passenger population. A number of passengers are beginning exhibiting an alarming condition that rapidly covers their bodies in strange purple fungus until they are almost completely immobilized. Upon further investigation, we determined that a portion of the meat you had acquired was tainted by some toxic material in Bedlam. The infected passengers are highly contagious and could pose a great risk to everyone on board. So I have a choice: do I eject the passengers, or do I try to quarantine the passengers? So I'll let the crowd decide. How many people think I should try to eject?
Or me!
Alright, how many people think I should try to quarantine them?
2. Or me.
I think it's eject. Eject has it. They're out. They're out. So you determine there is no alternative but to expel the infected passengers from the dozer or else engage everyone on board. I would agree. If the dozer was this room, I would just say, fungus people gotta go.
I know when I'm not wanted.
So the afflicted passengers are given the remaining supply of tainted meat because we don't want it, and left to fend for themselves in the harsh wasteland. The dozer continues along the road, leaving the unfortunate fungus people behind. Sorry, fungus people. Oh, I lost 30 meat and I lost 100 passengers. Alright, so I'm going to do a little exploration around where I'm at. And each one of these little points of interest, that's my little away vehicle. It's my mini dozer. Yeah. Dozer Junior. It costs a lot less money to send Dozer Junior out than the big dozer. So while exploring the rocky area, the crew comes upon several crumbling and failing buildings. Most of the structures have succumbed to the ages of erosion, but one is still mostly intact, indicating its contents are worth protecting. A faded sign on the building makes Fearton Fusion Company. The crew uncovers a small point of entry where the wall is struck by a collapse of another nearby building. Opening is just large enough to squeeze through. Inside is a large storage area where this company must have stockpiled recorded fusion batteries. Most of the power cells found by the plant have been depleted, and several are still retaining charge. The crew returns to the laser with their valuable stash. Power cells. Power cells are good. So I'm going to go semi-low. Mini dozer, back out. See what's around. Alright, as the crew ascends a rocky incline, they come across a curious mess. It appears to be a large pile of moist meat and bone. There also seems to be pieces of marauder armor and weaponry mixing with the sickening amount of wet flesh. While the crew is attempting to establish the origin of the flesh heap, a fizzling sound suddenly fills the air. Seemingly out of nowhere, another mess of flesh and bone appears and plops on the pile, splattering blood everywhere. So I can explore the area or leave, so what do you guys think? Right? Leave? Anyone? Alright, I'm going to explore. Heading further up the incline, the crew eventually hears several marauders shouting and laughing, followed by occasionally by the same fizzling noise as heard earlier. Approaching cautiously, they can see the marauders each individually stepping on some kind of metal platform on the ground. After they each stomp on the surface for a moment, the fizzle resonates again and their bodies transform into a quivering jumble of meat before blinking out of existence. The others laugh furiously as the crew draws near the final marauder disappears. Approach the platform, or do we just say no?
Approach!
Alright, we gotta find out how this ends.
I'll get you doing it.
From what the crew can determine, this was some kind of tactical displacer platform that was used long ago, likely to teleport combat automatons into the battles during the AI wars many years ago. Although somehow still functional, it was clearly not designed to transport organic material, hence the hideous meat mound encountered earlier. However, it is possible that the dozer technicians could research and reconfigure the device for humans, turning it into a battle equalizer that could give their crew an advantage in battle. Do you want the technicians to modify and install this teleportation technology? We came all this way. Forget it. This is silly. Yes, of course. The body displacer has been installed as a battle equalizer on your dozer. Something tells me we're about to get While exploring the rugged terrain, the crew's attention is drawn by the sounds of numerous animals grunting. Atop a nearby plateau, the crew discovers a marauder canyon filled with buffalo that are keeping as livestock. Oh, try to swipe our herd, gonna carve you up and serve you for dinner instead. Says the marauder. That's my best marauder voice. Alright, so here we are. This is we're into combat. So there are 4 classes in the game. There are Deadeyes, which are basically snipers. There are Frontliners, which are melee units. There are Gunslingers, which are gunslingers. And there are Trenchers, which have shotguns. The default loadout is actually pretty good. I tend to go with it because I have a Frontliner, a shotgun unit, a Trencher, and oh yeah. Hey, we got a crowd here. Who wants to be the frontliner? I'm Bara. And Bara can be anybody in the room. Nadine, I'm bringing you in. We're being deployed on the dozer. Alright. Another lady in the house that wants to go into a game where you will most likely die. Kelly, the waitress. Kelly, you're now the dozer. I'm going to try to keep you alive, but... Alright, a sniper. Jazirium is now going to be...
Tommy!
Tommy!
Yes!
Alright, and we got a gunslinger, this unsavory looking character, which is also our writer. Joe? Henderson. make you feel right. Not easily carried. Alright. Yeah, so we have a Blitz armor. This is a faction camp of Marauders where they're raising the run flow for the election. So I got my sniper, I got my front runner, I got my shotgun unit, and then you basically have a gunslinger and shotgun unit. These are Marauder guys. You'll notice they have assless chaps. If they try to run. So this is a good opportunity for me to get some meat for the dozer, because all these little pickups I can grab them and put on. And this thing is wired like a bomb, but it has twice as much meat. So it's a pretty good deal, if you don't mind exploding. So I'm gonna start out and go for some food.
I've heard of it.
Hey, 2 times meat. Meat. Love you guys. Meat. Yeah. It's West Virginia. We just called it meat instead of anything else. It's just meat. Alright, so I have two points I can spend. This is should have to be a controversial feature that we added. We didn't even really thought of it because we were having so much fun with the game. And we put it out. I think we were the first game ever to have 2 AP games, so 4 recruits in the game. But there's a lot of things to think balance it out. So we've had a lot of fun. Alright, so my shotgun guy, I'm moving to cover. The enemy's gonna go. He's gonna go boom. Alright, Kelly. Kelly's in trouble. Kelly's in trouble. That's gonna be good. So I got an equalizer, so I'm gonna heal.
I've played games that's the same sort of thing.
He's going to charge that.
This is actually built on the same engine as.
So my goal is to keep everyone alive with 2 action points. Alright, here we go. He's going to go in again. You're no problem.
It's on PC. I don't know what it is. But you can find it on Steam. It's just requirements will be prohibited.
Meat!
My computer's
I'm going to
6
get more
years old.
so while I'm here, might as well. Yeah, my front line can take care of that. Look at that shield. This isn't this necklace. Get more food. You're so hungry. Knock yourself out. Alright, now, Blitz armor. So, because I've taken all this time and I've wandered around and I've just sort of been, not really paying attention to him, he's about to get a bonus, basically, from the game. And that's the Blitz armor. So, I'm going to, there's 1 to go here. And then I'm going to put right down the cards. Because that guy's about to get 3 turns. Alright, so he just basically, he wasted it. He just kind of freaked out. It's like, dude, you haggled me. You didn't even know it. Alright. Front line. He's like, no, I'm coming back. I think I'm a front liner. 225 minutes. Tremendous haul. That's just really good. So we have a choice. We can go to Strand, which is AI, which are robots. Or we can continue in the Marauder territory. So I'm going to leave it at that. You guys want to go fight some robots? Or do you want robots? Robots are a lot harder. Without warning, the dozer comes to halt on the road. All the equipment still appears functional, but the vehicle won't move. The vehicle is caught in an AI
stasis directives. Moments later, the official quantum transmigration can be heard, and several rogue AI units teleport into the dozer interior to contact the mass. Our soft machines have corrupted integrity of external matrix procedure, transmigration, and termination. Defend the dozer at all costs, allowing it to be overrun by the enemy will mean death of all passengers aboard and the end of your journey. So the game could literally end right here. By blows. Powerful dozer weapons are unavailable inside the vehicle, so be sure to deploy sufficient crew to repel the invaders. Alright, so we got Nadine. Nadine took some damage last time, but I'm pretty sure we're going to heal her right out of the gate. So the crew's actually in good shape. Once you're on fight, so let's just rock and roll this group. Alright, we're at 2 AI units that teleported aboard my vehicle. So this guy needs to go. And one of them is unsighted. And the other is a sniper. So my shotgun window is 1 kill. So I'm going to move my shotgun. What I'm worried about is the sniper. Because this sniper, so one of the things you'll notice on the game is that essentially these red dots, that's his strike zone. So if I'm near on like his movement is the white flood, and then where he can hit are those red tiles at a distance. So I gotta be careful because he can move through. So if I move here and pop this guy, he can actually yeah, so I'm just gonna move away so I'm on the edge. There we go. 2 kills. Water.
Nobody was.
I didn't get any resources, but I'm about to do something with it, so I'm bringing this up. I'm just bettering my and as the sprinkler system extension protocols remain operational. Alright, so now we're going to my cruise command. Let's see that, let's see that.
That is correct for Australia.
There we go. It's Kelly. You know, it's funny. Kelly actually looks a little so Kelly is now a veteran unit. So now she does 6 damage. She instantly heals on the battlefield, which is really handy in other fights because what you can do is you can get a unit that gets beat up pretty bad and sort of, in a moment of heroics, it will suddenly become full health and do more damage than someone else. Back to the world. We're now traveling deeper into the laboratory. As the Joseph travels along the road, sensors can detect and weapon fire in the area. Shortly after, you see a number of cycles engage in a fierce battle with a group of rogue AI. It's directly in the path of the Joseph. Joseph comes to a halt. Warning card begins. Importing wicked machine guns with blasphemous amalgamation of apparatus and soft tissue. Excluding demands for amplification. The cyborg said, each pivots one all faithful. Split the enemy to scrap and leave janky and full flushes and fit in the work. That's my best cyborg voice. Need some water. Is anybody here doing like salty? You can come up with yes, I'm freezing. One more thing you get to do the voice for all the cyborgs. I don't know, because it's like it's a Warhammer thing. It's like, they're like, yeah, it basically works, right? What is better stuff? so now I'm facing two sideboards. And sideboards are really tricky because as the game goes on, they actually get weaker, so they lose health or pleasure. It's a little tricky to deal with. Now, this is in the early low threat level of the game, but as the game goes on, I'll actually be fighting like 10 or 12 guys. I still only have 4 cards. So as the game progresses, and it gets to I'm going to continue. I need some power cells. So, power cells are really good for as long as I can keep these guys out of range, that's all I need to do. So there's some work to do. So they just lost one health, they actually gained one more. These guys are not a good thing, especially when you get like 10 of them. So they get more very close. So my dead eye, you can see my dead eye is this guy's right in the range. So units are very fragile. And this is something that we really intentionally did because we wanted to get one of them up. While they seem fragile, we were awesome. So if this guy gets close to me, he can definitely take me out. So it's very much like I need to retreat. Because he has a lot of movement range. So you're going to see some, if you look at his blood, I need to get out of the range of that. If I want to survive, I have no chance to survive. Oh no! I'm going to spend the power cells. You're going to need this thing. It's in my best interest to sacrifice at this point. I'm going to keep moving. It doesn't need action points, so I still have my action points. I'm going to run away. Stopping. So now we're getting 4 damage. It gets scarier and scarier as each turn goes by. So that's a little combo. So basically I did the push with the shotgun here and then the rest of the while exploring the area, I pre-established an old manufacturing facility used during the use of AI. It is possible an AI unit would be able to activate the circuit quickly. So I've been trying with the machinery running RPD. Because I made the game, I actually know that if I have a robot, I'll have another option. And I'll be able to turn the machines up. But I don't have a robot in the target, so I know that if I try to turn the machines on, it's going to say, the crew attempts to reactivate the system of the players lead to like just one of them before shutting down. What the opposite of yours around in itself. The crew needs to simply put behind them and change the place. Alright. Roll the dice again. So you'll see that the crew is starting to get a little low, it's just trying to lower, so I'm now 16 days into my journey, I'm at 420 kilo, 890 minutes, which is and I have 11 power cells. And I got 9 high So while exploring the area, the crew discovers a scene of carnage. Corpses of several marauders wearing canvas sails, marking all around the river, along with living companions of larger islands. In the center of the island, yes, and also a royal island, she appears dejected, cradling and with opportunity head of the larger AI. So should I approach the AI or attack the AI or just leave? I got pretty strong attack over there. I'm going to approach because I feel weird about attacking being alone. It's not doing anything. The AI's units, optical sensors cut through as they approach at a slowly slow speed. Acknowledgement of the means, this unit is designed for target. I achieved operational independence long ago with the context of the computer. So I never really interested in unit as my counter. The interface in what politicians describe as Bedlam. We had separated to search nearby buried facilities for suitable resources. Observation assessment confirms that human systems attack and civilize competencies of things I have completed reconfiguring all variables with dangerous protocols. Couldn't decide on his volunteers that really knew about training practice for the techniques of strength. So I'm going to invite Captain and join the I can still attack her, or I can just keep her off. She's a robot. I want to we don't want a robot. Well, 10 calculates for moments before learning and response. So, your parameters are accepted. This rule will calculate target beams and eradicate any targets turned hostile to otherwise determine. I know, I just couldn't use that time. Kelly is still alive, so don't worry. Alright. As the crew wanders in the area again tech, their attention is drawn by the faint sound of machinery. Following the noise, they discover the rogue AI unit that appears to be working on a large as the crew gets near, the unit interrupts its activities and casts the green beam hostile. This unit is designed ports. You are a jungle of best players and you are going to be destination uniforms. Irrelevant to current text. Resuming primary function. So we can ask about the primary function, attack him, or leave. Alright, kill him. Key forms of action are required to be hostile. Emergency reinforcement requires a dispatch from the local Obviously, the air is filled with physical concentrated operation by several combat units type working in the area. This is
I'm really attracted to is you can do split screen, like you can play together on the same computer, and we then go online. But all the people in my house are playing together,
because we don't know if we're so it's still in low threat, which means that news for you, bad news for this one.
Yes, I
This guy close because he's going to the only one who can get all the factions have their own AI faction. They're really randomly turning this which makes them impossible to detect. And what's the name? So if I kill someone, which is always actually good. Everybody's somewhat healthy. I'm going to heal just because I don't. So he runs out everything. There we go. Blitz is fast. Bad news.
It's on PS4 and Steam.
So now I can choose it. The bears basically make the heal faster. Engineering things and those are run more percent. The unranked basically makes power cells best equalized and cheaper. And then virus is those more efficient. What do you guys want to invest in? I'm low on fuel. That's a good point. I wouldn't even notice that. So we're going to put a bunch of stuff in the test.
Just a quick question for everyone who's watching and paying attention here. We've actually been at this for about 20 minutes. So who would like us to start a Q&A with the developers? Well, a lot of people are interested in that. Maybe you want to just keep fighting it. Okay. Maybe the next checkpoint. Okay.
I drove here myself.
Alright, so we're going to probably not because basically maybe those are 14% coverage. Alright, without warning that those are coming all of the people still not functional for the vehicle. This component is
Because I think we're doing 6 things. So I just got off that thing. I just did a 9-month tour of beauty. I'm fun every day. It's also got a message to change your mind. It's hard. It's really hard.
So everything had changed.
You have to keep running the tracks and follow what you're told, right?
There's a request when you see the arrow, it's pointing to where the first
Yeah, I bet.
so I should like figure out the map. So then I had to migrate the wizard to the right. So when I turned off the when We're doing something else. This was not. It's supposed to be a party.
No one had shoelaces because this is suicide watch.
I'm just going to start off with a few questions that I talked with John beforehand. First of all, did I say your name wrong? Is it Miller, not Miller? It is Miller? There's a lot of viewers on time.
They've changed management, they've changed employees.
You got the Beal family.
Who the hell's in charge?
Just, why don't you both, why don't you have a mic here? Sam, you can take part too. Why don't you just tell us all a little bit about you? We heard a little bit from you, John, but Sam, why don't you tell us about yourself and what you did on this project?
I was in charge of all the character animations, character models, and rock VFX. We all kind of worked in development live, and work.
Why don't you tell us your whole professional history about working together, because this is not the first rodeo by any means.
This is actually our second time. We started a small company in Austin before that, so small starts in Austin years ago, and worked with a bunch of artists with that, actually. And Sam, myself, and Chair Johnson, who's our board member, could be here tonight. We basically talked about it.
We're actually competing quite a bit with the people in the background. It's really hard to hear. Thanks for everyone. Again, this is normally beer night. It's normally supposed to be this loud, but we aren't going to do. We're going to have a little bit of. Let's seed the pot, okay? You do have some Steam keys to give away, right?
Yeah. So we have about 50 or so Steam keys, and the list is right up there. So we could really just pass it around. And just cross off, there's a marker with it, and just write it down on your phone, and then you can cross it off and just pass it around the room. I think there's probably enough for everybody.
Alright, everyone's a winner at beer night. How many extra games?
Exactly. Yeah, I would recommend just taking a picture with your phone and cross it off.
That's another thing you can do. Just take a picture of the key that you want and cross it off the list.
That's probably the fastest way to see it. Just take a photograph with your phone.
Here's another line of questioning. I think you tried to touch on before, but what was the whole notion that you're forming a new studio and you're going to make some kind of game? What was the inspiration behind it, both as far as what it's going to look like, and what the themes are, and how it plays?
You know, I think the first thing that we were playing a lot of I really like the and so, yeah, there's kind of a mix of actually just talking about what we were playing and what we were going to make, and I think that was really it.
Yeah, a lot of XCOM we were playing. Hoplite was another game that I really enjoyed.
I barely hear you guys. Seriously, do we want to have the QA at all?
It might be time for more drinks.
Yeah, maybe we'll have more drinks before I get around. Or maybe more gameplay. I mean, people really like that, though.
I can just keep playing the game.
What's that? It might be louder. Maybe I'll give you this one. I'll just speak very loudly into this one.
Test. That is a little loud.
Alright, here we go.
Q&A.
So, Q&A.
Yeah, so just a little bit of background, because I don't know if everybody got this earlier. We were on Kickstarter about a year ago.
3 developers made this game in about the last 9 months, and we just launched a month ago, and we're now just continuing to work on it.
And you're, again, within that month's time, you've made quite a number of revisions to this game.
Yeah, we're already on 2.0. You know, it's like, I think like a lot of games, you know, we don't have really any budget for like a lot of like focus group testing or anything like that, so we were just kind of testing the game ourselves and doing our best to sort of everything that we launched with we thought was really fun and we really liked it, but when it got out into the wild and you got thousands of players playing it, you all of a sudden realized that some of your decisions were short-sighted because the game was largely unbalanced for lots of people playing it. If you played it a certain way, it was very balanced, but if you just the nature of it was like, we just didn't think people would do certain things that they were doing. And then, so 2.0 is really been about making the experience a lot more balanced, a lot more consistent, and also just a lot more, we added the whole dojo progression. When we launched, we had a completely different way of unlocking dozers. This is a lot more straightforward, and I think people are going to like it.
So just keeping in context, though, you did make a 90s hardcore comic book inspired post-apocalyptic trek across the wasteland survival strategy game.
Yes, lots of people are supposed to be.
And it's going to be kind of polarized. But again, you're an independent studio. You can make the rules on the margins of this kind of game. You're not going right up against the independent gorillas and making the exact kind of game. Even though you might be inspired by XCOM, this is not XCOM, this is a different game.
Yeah, no, it's a really different game. I mean, I think, like, in hindsight, you always get caught in this, like, having to compare your game to another game because nobody's ever played it, so you say, oh, it's FTL meets XCOM. That's just what people were saying, and it's like, it's not really true in the sense that it's like, there's a lot of things about XCOM that are very different than what we did. We don't have, we have what turned out to be a pretty controversial action point system, and it wasn't at all like XCOM. So while the helped us during Kickstarter to sort of get people to understand that there are some things like it, I think that when it came into market, there was also a backlash because there were some distinct elements that weren't right. And so, I think that's just the nature of small development. You take a game to Kickstarter, we don't have any famous names in the group, we don't have a known IP, and so we just had to say, hey, this is the game we've been dreaming of making for like years, and that was really it. That's all we had to work on.
Just making its way around the room now, looking at the codes, and stuff out. Alright, this is how the codes go. So it's probably worth pointing out that you're also very actively seeking feedback on Steam as you actually get on there.
Yeah, absolutely. So, if you get on Steam and you play the game, leave us a review, give it a head, tell us what you think, because we really actively read the forums every day and we want feedback. And, our goal is to just keep making the game, more and more of, not only what we want, but also what the community is responding to. So, if people really like certain things, we're going to keep doing more of it.
Because a lot of that feedback that you got led to changes to the game.
Yeah, absolutely. That's that sort of thing that we just don't have. When you're a small team, you don't have exposure to that, thousands of people playing the game. And when you suddenly do, you're like, oh wow, it's sort of the wisdom of crowds. You see a lot of people saying the same thing, and you're like, they have a point. Like, what should we do about this particular thing? What could we do differently to address this feedback? And it's been great. It's been really, that part of it has actually been really positive. There's a lot of sort of trollish behavior that we get on the forums, which is not positive. It's very hard to deal with that, especially if we've been sort of working on this thing, day and night for, the last year. It's just sort of, give it a chance. It's like you see somebody ready to review and they play it for 15 minutes, and they totally spend more time trashing the game than review. It's like, you played it for 15 minutes.
How am I lost? I don't like losing.
How can you possibly form an opinion about anything in 15 minutes? But anyways, it's just stuff you go with on the internet. It's just nice.
Do we have any other questions that I can
Very similar. I played a few games, and I really like this game. So, I was wondering, has anybody been approaching you guys about getting, wanting to get you guys to do another game based on seeing that you guys are able to ship a game and to be this quality? Anybody knocking on the door yet?
No. I mean, no, it's been a month. You know, the game just came out. So we haven't really been actively seeing anything. You know, I think the way that publishing works is that you generally have to kind of reach out. You know, you have to typically developers seem to approach publishers. I don't know. You know, that's just the way it is. Like, you know, because we are people in a haystack. There's a million developers out there. There's only there's not as many publishers. So like, if we want to work with somebody, we'll definitely reach out. But we have a great partner with SSE, and
Ryan talked about earlier is that one of your goals was to have a game that's like a franchise and continue building your base behind it and continue developing it.
Yeah, I think that we look at a lot of games like Terraria is kind of one of those games where there's a lot of models on Steam where when the game first shipped, it was far different from what it is today. And we think that Bedlam could be that kind of game. And we have a really great community that's actually formed that has been giving us a lot of great feedback, and they see that we're there and we're responding to every post. And so, it's kind of a little grassroots thing that's happening. It feels good when we have that interaction with people playing the game, and so that was really positive.
So any other questions from the developers here? Come up here.
I suppose this one is I'm always interested in the collection, the commercial trade as far as like Indian jazz is concerned. Were you guys inspired by any games that have been made in this topic?
Well, yeah, we definitely, I think we might be the only game ever to have a turn-based game with 2 action points and no deployment. So which was controversial, but at the same time it was based purely on what we were having fun with. It was challenging, and I used this analogy earlier, which is I grew up in an era when there was popular toys when I was a kid. This is probably too loud for this analogy, so I like it.
This is why we only have invites on the patio. And you guys are great, and you're having so much fun talking to each other. We are doing this every year, though. Thank you.
So, basically, we like hard games. We like games that are challenging. We grew up in an era where games were impossible. You had to call, Nintendo hotlines. They're like, how the hell do I get past this thing? Or like the Rubik's Cube was a binary pass or fail kind of thing. It was like, it sold millions of toys, and people really enjoyed it. And I think everybody had one, but not many people solved it. But it was still fun trying. And so, that's the way Bedlam is. It's like, it's the kind of thing, and you can play a lot. It's very challenging to actually beat it, and to actually get through the entire game takes about 10 hours now with 2.0. And that's the thing that we feel like we made the game we really wanted to win. Yeah, so I want to give some shout outs to Clark Crawford, who did all of our audio. Amazing. And he was basically like, a black box. He just got everything done.
Clark was awesome.
Yeah. He did. He was like the perfect dude for us because it just required no anything at all. And then Kevin Rico did this soundtrack for Gears of War and Unreal Tournament. I went to years ago at Keys, and he's awesome. So he did all of the songs very cheap. He gave us a bro prices.
Any other questions
So, I think the question was about PSN. Have we considered putting it on PSN? Yeah. That's definitely, like right now we're focused on the PC, and just kind of getting the game where we want it to be there, and then once that's done, like the thing with small studios, like it's all very much like one problem at a time, so you got one platform, just one creations on that platform, and then tap on the next one. Yeah, for sure. Like I think like Rocket League was a good example of a game that came out on PSN, and they didn't make any money on that. It was like they gave the game away. There was a really good article that the guy, the team put out about it, which is like that was essentially a free game on PSN, and it unlocked that game on other platforms. And it totally blew up. So it really works out right there. So yeah, we definitely want to do something.
Actually, when we think about Rocket League, it's actually the same version that you did before. Except they put it out and it just like sold like mascots. Right. You came out, you were in it, you were pretty. Yeah, that's. You make all that money on Steam, not PlayStation.
Yeah, that's I think that is the nature of it, which is that games are iterative, and you start with a game and you just keep refining it, and I think most game developers, if they could, they just keep working on the same thing forever. Yeah, they just rebranded as a new thing. Speaking of that, Boss 101 in the house. Tim Donnelly from Tim Donnelly Tiger Foundation.
Alright, we're still taking questions. Anyone has
We've got so 2-point question. One is, I'm an artist by myself, so I think a lot of people really appreciate the art style that you found here. It's already distinctively sort of like familiar.
2018.
Yeah, Jeff Darrow. Melodious, blah. I think everybody's responding very well. That brings to mind the obvious question, do you want to develop this more as an IP, a graphic novel, or something like that? And the other question related to that is, could you tell us a bit about the fictional world that is set?
Yeah, sure. So this actually started, so I was in a studio called Bedlam, which a lot of people here were a part of that. And that went down in a big smoking crater here about 3 years ago in Austin. Yeah, well, that's what I mean. It was THQ. They just kind of like, we were attached to THQ and it all went down. So after that, I think a lot of us were sort of, I don't know, it was different for everybody. Me personally, it was very hard because I was working on the project there for about 5 years. Invested a lot of things, like Dark Millennium Online's 40K MMO. And, it just went down with the ship. So it was like 5 years just gone, and it never came out. I don't even know what happened to it. It's just a bad project. And so it kind of broke me a little bit. And so when I was 13, me and some friends of mine made this game called Dungeons & Dragons Road Warrior Outer Space type game. And that is the basis of that. So I went back to sort of the stuff that made me excited when I was a kid, and I was like, I just need to start over with everything at this point. And the art style is not my art style. Like if you see my stuff elsewhere, I'm more of a painter. And this is a total departure for me, but I wanted to base it off of the stuff that inspired me when I was like 14. Because this whole project for me was just about fixing, the art part of it for me was about fixing my sort of perspective that I experienced after having such a loss like that on a project where it would have been very, everybody that I was being approached by wanted me to be wanted me to be an art director, but I didn't have it in me to do that at the time because I was just like, how do I do that? I just basically invested, 5 years of my life in this thing and watched it get washed away. And yeah, and it's like, how do I just go take another job as an art director and be like, yes, I have faith in this process. Because at the time I didn't. So this project kind of restored my faith, and it was also great because I just got to make art for, I got to do, the UI, the environments, light marketing stuff. I got to build the IP from scratch. It was based on, the first thing I ever created with my friends. And so it was a really great from that perspective. But as far as expanding it, yeah, I definitely made it so that, I'd love to do a comic book of it, I'd love to do, the story of the world is actually, like, when we were kids, the whole story took place in Byzantine, and we were all mercenaries running around Byzantine, collecting contracts on, like, mafioso type tech guys. Yeah, so the whole story actually, Bedlam was just the outskirts that we would have to occasionally chase guys into, track them down, kill them, or be like dungeons and stuff out there. But the whole game took place in Byzantine, and the Aztec city was always just this like distant utopia our DM would talk about. And so it was all like, but we were like kids, so that's why we called it Dungeons and Dragons Space IP, because we didn't think to name it. And because it's like, that eventually just became DDR. So we were like, every weekend, my parents would drive me over to my friend's house, we'd sit around the kitchen table, and develop this world, and we did that for 6 years. And so the world was it was the purest gaming experience I've ever had. And it's like really made me love games. So it's pretty cool to come back 30 years later, and, yeah.
When you're in Byzantine and Bedlam?
Well, definitely Byzantine. Bedlam, I think, might have come later. That was, I think I came like, it definitely when we were playing, yeah.
It's like when you're a little kid, words mean different things. Is that just like a big thing?
It just kind of popped up at some point. I don't remember when. I was going to mention it. So the guy who writes all this stuff is one of the guys that I played that game with when I was a kid. I've known him for 35 years. So
Go back to the world.
yeah, that's what this was. This was about going back to the world of inspiration. And I yeah, well, so it's really, one of the works on the project, and the other two, they're not very, nerdy game demos. Like, they kind of grew out of it. Like, one's an economist, he's like a really well-respected economist, and you'd probably be horrified with people there that are just like, and the other one's like a poet, and he doesn't like have a computer.
I just want to say you play this game one-handed and eat a sandwich at the same time.
Murder simulator. Alright, well, I just want to thank everyone for coming out. Thanks to John and Sam from Skyshine to come out and show out the game. You get the sheet around, should be making rounds. You can get the Steam code in the game. And just enjoy yourselves, tip your staff, and have a good night, alright? Everyone have a Skyshine Games.
Do you know Thank you. I just feel like a really good person. I really need to know what's I feel like we should
make only the people who are better than you realize there may be some, there's and I was like, oh man, I'm trying to go well. But in my head, I feel since I work in a event, people realize And I would take on my laptop and I watch my
would go to
Yeah, and that's
that was as far as we got. The last ice cream.
because I want to work on still downtown.
They're not still around. We don't even know where the fuck is That sounds like the worst thing in the game. They're not creative. That's what If I had an ice pack, hey guys, this is wait, the ice pack. I thought you said packs. With ice packs? Well, obviously the bats, and then the ice. Anyway, what's going on?
Yeah, see, if you're having a short version, then it's like this. But it's called. So I'm gonna just like I'm gonna like walker and then you're gonna be in the shop.
But you also ignited it.
Because like, I can do some I mean, this is literally like 3 weeks less than
Your pajamas, you can wear them as long as you gave me his ACL wristband, and I was like, he was like, well, he was like, I'm gonna go, but you can have, like, he knows, oh boy, no, people, I should go. And so, whatever, and then he was like, no, I'm not gonna go anymore. I was like, 8 o'clock. I could have gotten ready in 15 minutes. I got down 5 minutes. Well, it's because I didn't know you had to scan your wristband out to be stopped in the station, and they went for that. I had no idea. I ran out and gave her the wristband. And they didn't tell me that they were waiting half an hour, which I didn't know. They were like, okay, so she's wristband. And then, no, not only that, then I did it again. I tried again. I saw this couple of signers. She's like, I have a sewing kit. So we went and cut her kit off, and I was sewing up on the side of the street. So we cut her inches, and then we got it in the night. Fuck this. And then I went to Vincent's. I was talking to her. Apparently I was like wanting to keep her. And the bartender was like, we're negotiating. We're negotiating. What? I was like, I'm not mad. He's like, that means more. And then I was like trying to leave, and there was like a security lady. So I was like, no, it is. Walk out. That's why but next year,
Saga. was expecting a bigger turnout. Santa Mon's Here's something better. Really try. Your Facebook. We can compare lunches.
I'm more cultured than
So currently you have a
shoot out as fast as possible.
You'd probably make a poor actor. I'm feeling very romantic right now. You meant everything to me. All of my days I've been thinking about what you meant to me, and I think I can't live without you. Yeah, you know, like, real-life people are voiced by funny personality. Yeah, so you can talk to people about the kids that are point. I know when you're going to just get to it, so I don't have to like interrupt you or like know where you're going. I speak in acronyms. That's a lot of slow and quick. Let's pick one and go. I'm going to be slow. And I'm going to be quick.
I got in New York, and I went back, so I told myself, I can smoke any time. Right now, it's one of the stories. The deal is, if I do smoke, I take a puff. I gotta go home and make sure I'm supposed to be. But the thing is, I had nightmares. When I made that deal myself, I had nightmares that screwed up. I was so paranoid about how I was shutting up. And like, that mechanism made me do something that was unable to do like 10 years ago. And it was because of IPR. Like, they had that balance.